Hello and welcome to this demonstration on how to use Learnist. First, we'll want to open our web browser, open up a new tab, and I'd suggest just searching for Learnist in Google. It has kind of a weird address, learny.st, but anyway, you want to go there. If you haven't logged in yet, you'll want to request an invite, so you just log in. It gives you pretty basic information on what you need to do. You can use your email address, Facebook, whatever works best for you to sign up. So I think you can make it through that process all right. So let's say you've already made an account and you're ready to log in. So go ahead and put in our information here. And at first it'll take you to the screen where you can see other people's Learnist boards that they've created about a variety of subjects. You can search it by category. When you first create your account, they do give you some options to sign up to get notices about certain types of boards that fit certain categories. So you can always browse through and find what relates to you. So let's say you're ready to create your own board. Go ahead and click on your profile picture up here. If you don't have a profile picture uploaded, it'll just kind of be a blank face. So you click there and your screen won't initially be populated. Down here, these are all boards that I've created. So to create a board, you click on the button Add, and then you click on Create a New Board. So you come up with a title for it. We'll just call this Practice Board. Find a category so that other people can find it if they're looking in something in particular. We'll just call it Education. And then you can find a subcategory that it might fit into. Let's say that we're going to do something about the humanities, and perhaps we're going to do it about literature. This gets pretty specific. So that's probably as far as I can go. We'll just go ahead and click Select Category. You can always change it at some point. If there are other people that you want to join this board, you can type their information in here to invite them to participate in creating the board. Give them the authority to edit it. Otherwise, you can just put in your description here. So once you finish typing in your description, click on Save. And this is kind of what your blank board looks like. You can see I've got the title up here, my information. I've got the description right here, and you can see that other people have the opportunity to add comments, to follow, to like it, whatever it is. And then over here it just has some information about the board. So let's say that I'm ready to add to this board. There are two ways that you can add to a board that you've created. You can add directly from a URL, or you can upload your own information. So we're going to go ahead and add from a URL, because that's one of the easiest steps to take. So first you need to get a URL. So here's an article that I read recently about the importance of vocabulary. So all that I need to do is copy the URL, come over to my Learnist board, go to Add, click Add from URL, paste the URL here, click on Next, and pretty soon it'll give me some options for images that would go along with the article. You'll see some of them are less related than others. So I'll go and choose one from the article itself. And then I've got the title of the article up here. I could change that if I wanted. You only have a limited number of characters. I'll leave it as it is for now. And then you always want to make sure that you're adding this to the correct board. You can see these are all the boards that I've created, and this is on practice board, so that's fine. I'm just going to add a really brief description. And then I just click Save and Add. And what this does is it takes me to kind of a horizontal representation of my additions to my Learnist board. If I were to add more posts to this Learnist board, I'd navigate kind of left and right. There'd be some buttons here that would let me toggle between them. One of the views that I prefer is to just come here and click on the title of my board up here in the top left, Practice Board, because this is how most people will view it to begin with. They'll see a vertical list of your posts that you've added to your Learnist board. So if I were to add another one, it would come below it. If I want to edit anything that I've written here, I can click on this edit button right here, and it'll take me to that same initial window that I had when I created it. If I click on the link, it'll take me directly to the article. So it's a nice interactive way that's very visually appealing to display information. So let's say that I wanted to add just my own learning. There's not a particular URL, there's just some information that I wanted to add. It's always going to ask you to add a picture. And so what I've done is I've typed in a quote that I kind of wanted to use for my image. And so I'm going to select an image here from Google. I'm going to save this image. And I'll just call it Mark Twain. So now that I've saved this image to my desktop, what I'm going to do is come back to Learnist, click on Add. We've already created a board. We've added from a URL. Now we're going to upload our own. So I'm going to upload an image. I go ahead and find my picture that I just had. Sometimes the image, it'll say that the image is too small and you'll have to find a new version of it. So I'm just going to call this Important Quotes. And then what I've done is just in this sticky note, I've included a quote that I think is important. And so I can paste that quote in, I could add some commentary on it if I wanted, but that's all that I'm going to do for now for our purposes. I know that it's in the correct board, everything's pretty good. I can add different text features here if I wanted. Click Save and Add. And you can see it takes me back to this horizontal plane where I see my text up here, my picture down here. I can toggle left or right to look at it. You can see I can click this Edit button here. This Re-Add button is kind of interesting. This is on most Learnist boards. Say that there was a board or a post you saw on someone else's board that you wanted in your own. If you click on Re-Add, you take whatever has been typed into this information and you can add it to any of your other boards. So you don't have to type in the whole thing again. Anyway, let's go back to my favorite view. We're going to come up to the top left, click on the title of the board, and we're going to see a vertical display of the information that I've added. So you can see it's all sequenced here. So there's a lot of other information that you can see is on here. There's likes, there's re-adds, there are ways that you can use other social media with this. There are, on every box on a Learnist board, there are these little check marks up here. So if you're looking at someone else's boards, you might keep track of your progress through their board by saying, yep, I've accomplished this one, yep, I've done this one, and then kind of move along through it. So that is Learnist in a nutshell. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and please contact me if you have any questions. Thanks.